What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's dive into Impact Wrestling for November the 9th, 2023. It's been a minute since I've done an Impact review. It's been about 3 weeks. I haven't been really keeping up with it, simply because all they've done is just show highlights from Bound for Glory, and then last week's show was just basically going over the matches for Turning Point, and we finally are back on schedule with getting the Fallout from Bound for Glory tapings. So we get week 1 this week, and next week we get week 2, and then I'm pretty sure after that week we'll probably get Turning Point. The Fallout from Turning Point. We'll get those tapings. But this show was not good outside of Deonna Purrazzo versus Tasha Steels and the main event featuring Shelley and Johnathan Gresham for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. Outside of that, this show was trash. This show was garbage. It was not good. Not good. Impact continues to make the same mistakes by putting people in like Eric Young and Eddie Edwards and all these other also-rans like Mike Bailey and Moose and Brian Myers. Put those guys on the back burner. Move those guys out the damn way. It's time for TNA, well, for now, Impact, to be a serious promotion. Next year, they cannot play games anymore. The gloves must be off. They need to be a serious wrestling promotion. What do I mean by that? I mean they're going to have to sign guys and girls that can put asses in seats. Hard to Kill. I'm going to continue to say this. Hard to Kill needs to be TNA's statement show. We need to see a whole bunch of debuts on that show. Matt Riddle, Mandy Rose, Lacey Evans, Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler. Those 5 people I just named need to be at that show. They need to be on Hard to Kill. You can build a company around Matt Riddle and Dolph Ziggler, those being your top 2 guys, instead of focusing on trying to get Will Ospreay and CM Punk. You're not going to get those guys. Get guys that you know that you can get. Because it's time for Impact to get serious. Enough of this garbage. Enough. It's time to get serious. Things have got to change. It's got to change for this promotion. This promotion has got to do better. And reverting back to TNA is a good thing, but they have got to follow up with things. They've got to get guys and girls that can get asses in seats. That's the name of the game. They can no longer placate to their smart mark audience. They can't do that anymore. They've got to put pen to paper and start trying to be a real serious wrestling promotion. And that means putting a lot of these guys that were on this show in backstage producer roles. Heath is gone from Impact. PCO is gone from Impact. Sami Callihan's gone from Impact. So we have 3 slots that are filled up. 3 slots that are available. I'm glad that those guys are gone. It makes sense. Well, no, my bad. PCL actually re-signed with the promotion, so hopefully he can actually be a backstage producer and not on television. But Impact has got to be a serious promotion. Let's go ahead and get into the show. So we kicked the show off with the first match of the night. Deonna Purrazzo versus Tasha Steels. A very solid match. In the end, Tasha Steels wins with not one, but 2 cutters. So this is great. I think what they're going to do is probably reunite them as a tag team and have them feud with MK Ultra, which would be great. Deonna Purrazzo has been taking a lot of L's as of late. She could go back to WWE and be with Chelsea Green, and that might be what happens for her, because she's done everything she can do in Impact, soon to be known as TNA again. So I'm fine with it. If Deonna goes back to WWE, I'm fine with that for sure. I mean, she'll be great. Moving on. So Alex Shelley, he had a promo. He said that he talked about how Johnathan Gresham and how he whines and complains about rule breaking. And Alex Shelley said, "May the best man win." Okay. It's fine there. Next, moving on. So, the ABC Club, or, ABC, which is Chris and Bay. Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They talked in the locker room. Ace Austin said that he talked with DDP. Chris Bay said he talked with Ric Flair. Nice. They said they would be the tag team champions of the new generation of TNA. Santino, he walks in. And then Kenny King and Shelton Jean, they walk in. So Kenny King asked, where is his rematch for the Digital Media Championship? He talked about the old days of going to the club. So Kenny King and Shelton Jean, they argue with ABC. And then Santino said that he would make a title match between the 2 teams next week. Santino left, and both teams continue to argue. So that's fine there. Again, Kenny King should have never lost the Digital Media Championship. He should have regained it. Like, I remember when they did that too. That was that at No Surrender this year? I can't remember when that was. But he should have immediately won the title back after Tommy Dreamer won it from him. But this is fine here, I guess. Next, Tommy Dreamer versus Crazy Steve for the Digital Media Championship. Crazy Steve wins via DQ because Tommy Dreamer used the fork. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Tommy Dreamer does not need to be wrestling anymore in 2023. It's time for him to hang up his damn boots. He needs to be a backstage producer. That's what he was doing in 2018, 2019, a little bit during the pandemic. And then after the pandemic was over, he started coming back on television. And I did not like that. That's one of the reasons why Impact is in the state that it's in right now. Stop giving these guys like Tommy Dreamer and Bully Ray, stop giving those guys TV time. They've had their time in the sun. It's time to move on, bring in some fresh, new talent. I'm going to continue to say that. Moving on. So Gia Miller, she interviewed Johnathan Gresham backstage. He said that he vowed to win the match tonight and bring honor to the title by any means necessary. Next, Brian Myers, another also-ran. Another guy who needs to be a backstage producer and hang up his fucking boots. Versus Joe Hendry. So, fans began to chant TNA. Joe Hendry said that the rebrand would start tonight. And that Brian Myers will no longer be known as Edge's bitch, but he'll be known as Adam's bitch. And then the fans started chanting Adam's bitch. And Joe Hendry did his We Believe stick. And then Brian Myers gets the win via the roster cut. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? I hope this is not going to be a feud at all. I hope it's not. Again, Brian Myers is an also-ran. He's a loser. I mean, it means the same thing, but seriously, he's an also-ran. It's like, enough. He's not to be taken serious. He's not. Brian Myers is better served as a backstage producer. He is. That's just it. It's like him, Eddie Edwards, Frankie Kazarian, Eric Young, Eddie Edwards. Put these guys in fucking backstage producer roles. How hard is it? It's not hard. My God. Moving on. So, Gia Miller, she interviewed Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay talked about the IWGP UK title and taking it all over. Will Ospreay said he hadn't heard of Josh Alexander, but everyone says he's good. Will Ospreay said no one is better than him, and that we'll see if Josh Alexander has what it takes to go against the best. So I guarantee you guys, this is probably going to be an hour match. I guarantee you that. It's going to be an hour match. I guarantee you this will probably start about 9 o'clock or between 9 and 9:15, and it'll probably go off the air close to 10 o'clock. I guarantee you that. I'm willing to bet money on that shit. That's exactly what they're going to do. Next, Eddie Edwards and Eric Young had a match. Again, this is another problem that I have with Impact. Get rid of Eric Young, get rid of Eddie Edwards. Enough. It's not 2006 anymore. It's not 2014 anymore. Enough. So, Eric Young wins via the pile driver. Alicia accidentally hit Eddie Edwards with a kendo stick by mistake. Or Kenny, as he's called. So, this might be leading to a feud probably between the two. I hope not. Moving on. So, Moose congratulated Brian Myers on his win earlier on in the night. Brian Myers questioned where was Moose. Brian Myers asked if Moose would leave him high and dry. Heath then confronted Brian Myers. Moose got in Heath's face, and they challenged each other to a match. Heath left, and Moose turned to Brian Myers and said, "How's that for loyalty?" So, Heath probably will be getting written off next week. They'll probably have a beatdown angle where Brian Myers and Moose destroy him and send him packing, since he's no longer with Impact anymore. I don't know where Heath is going to go. I doubt if he'll go to AEW. He probably will go back to WWE if he can. I don't know if Triple H really thought highly of Heath. Probably not. But he may bring him on in. I don't know. If not, he probably might go back to Impact. Maybe even MLW. But people are leaving MLW because of what's going on. So I doubt if he'll go to MLW. He'll probably go to WWE, that being Heath. Moving on. So, Gia Miller interviewed Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss was disappointed about not winning the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match and not being able to challenge Trinity for the title. So Trinity walked in and hugged Sunny Kiss. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck? And then Trinity said that she would do something, see what she could do about getting Sunny a title shot next week. I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck? Let's just move on. Dirty Dango and Oleg Prudius, a.k.a. Vladimir Kozlov, utterly destroyed Nick Diamond and Storm Grayson. This was over in 2 minutes. It was funny because Dirty Dango was on commentary for most of this, for like 45 seconds. And so Dirty Dango gets the win along with Oleg Prudius. So this is great. I love Dirty Dango. Dirty Dango is so damn good. Solid stuff here. Moving on. So Jordynne Grace, she had a backstage promo. She held up the Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy. Jordynne Grace said that she would make history at Hard to Kill. Bully Ray walked in and offered a handshake. Kylan King came in. She interrupted. Kylan King said that Jordynne Grace was lucky and that she should have won. Kylan King said if anyone should go against Bully, it should be one of his own trainees. Bully told her to back off. Steve Maclin walked in and called Bully soft. Bully talked about knocking Steve Maclin off the top rope during the Monsters Ball match. Maclin said that he was still there, calling him soft. Bully said that that's because he let him. Maclin walked off, and then Kylan King asked Bully what's going on with him. So that's fine there. Again, we'll probably see Bully getting written off television next week anyway, which will be fine. Moving on. So the Rascals, they're back. They're frustrated about losing the tag titles. Jerry McGill talked about all versions of the Rascals. He introduced the newest member, which is Hot Fire Myron Reed, and said that he would be teaming with them. And then Myron Reed said, smoke him if you got him. Hell yeah, this is great. So I am so happy that Myron Reed is finally in Impact, soon to be TNA. Myron Reed is actually very good, from what I've heard. I haven't seen him, but from what I've heard, he's very good. I like it. This is great. So we actually have 4 members of the Rascals. He's number 4. Wesley, a.k.a. Desmond Xavier, is in NXT. So, yeah. But this is great. I'm glad that the Rascals are at full strength. This is great. Moving on. Main event. Josh Alexander. Alex Shelley versus Johnathan Gresham for the Impact World Championship. So Alex Shelley wins. This was a long match. This went on forever, but this was great. So Alex Shelley retains via the Shell Shock, and then we go off the air. So this is fun. What do you do with Johnathan Gresham going forward? I have no idea. My best bet would be to put him back into the mid-card and have him go after the X Division Championship. I think that will make the most sense, especially since Impact is going back to TNA. They could really highlight the X Division. I really need for TNA to have Alex Shelley lose the Impact World Championship. It needs to happen. Maybe not to Moose at Hard to Kill, but next year, Alex Shelley needs to lose the Impact World Championship. This show was not good, except for a couple of things. That being Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steels, as well as the main event. Dre Dango's always good, so his stuff is solid. Him and Oleg Prudius, that's great. A.k.a. Vladimir Kosov, that was great. Other than that, this show was utter garbage. Again, Impact needs to do better. Impact needs to be a serious wrestling promotion. It's actually time for it. And Hard to Kill needs to be a statement show. We need to see Matt Riddle. We need to see Matt Riddle. We need to see Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler, Mandy Rose, Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke. We need to see these people at Hard to Kill, or if not, at least at the Fallout show. But we do need to see some debuts for Hard to Kill. Impact has got to do better. Hopefully next week's show will be that catalyst, because this show was utter garbage. But what did you guys think? Like, comment below, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.